The vast majority of what's focusing on you today will be superfluous in a year. Try not to worry about frivolous things, deal with it. Continue on this Voyager shirt with 40 symbols. Lets you convey in any nation. Regardless of whether you don't communicate in its language, an excess of schoolwork has an adverse consequence on the GPA of secondary school understudies. Feeling exhausted in school likewise caused sadness. Guarantee yourself to be solid to the point that nothing can upset your inner serenity. Web savages are egotistical, psychopathic, and twisted. Regardless of how you fondle entryway, spruce up a pier and never surrender. Claiming not to mind is the propensity for somebody who by and large cares the most. It is known as a close-to-home guard component companion who comprehends your tears, is substantially more significant than a ton of companions who just know your grin. Ladies with higher intelligence levels make some harder memories. Tracking down a maid insightful. Ladies would prefer to remain single than accompany some unacceptable individual. The most remarkable method for winning a contention is by clarifying some things. It can make individuals see the defects in their rationale. The principal justification for why generalizations and bias exists is on the grounds that we tend to misrepresent the distinctions between gatherings and limit the distinction inside gatherings. Love endures longer when the two accomplices are effectively making progress toward self-completion and self-satisfaction. Mockery makes you intellectually more grounded, which is extremely compelling. While managing with close-to-home pressure and disappointment, love needn't bother with to be wonderful. It just should be valid. K is the most terrible, generally irritating, constrained, and most bothering, irritating reaction. Ever opposites are drawn toward each other is a fantasy. We are typically drawn to somebody who thinks, acts, and appears as though us on the off chance that you walk and talk with somebody. In the end, you will synchronize your ventures with one another. Rain research says, we don't get blissful when 10 individuals text us. However, we definitely get miserable when one unique individual doesn't. Really assuming your beau or sweetheart wrongs. You don't educate your folks. You could excuse them, however. Her folks will not. Genuine ladies stay faithful to her man, no matter the number of guys that approach her. We frequently don't have any idea why we do what we do. 75 individuals attempts to fall back snoozing in the morning, just to complete their deficient dream. Ethnocentrism is the propensity to lean toward one's own ethnic gathering. Young ladies, for the most part, don't keep in touch with the individual they love, burning through cash on experience rather than stuff. Likewise makes you more joyful. Young ladies like it when folks call them by their name, so the following time you converse with your crush, utilize her name more regularly. Being with blissful individuals makes you more joyful to get day-to-day fascinating stuffs like this. And follow us now. We day-to-day transfer this sort of significant stuffs. Try not to pursue individuals. Try sincerely and act naturally under these two standards. The right individuals will track down their direction into your life. Karma says, when you love somebody more than they merit, clearly they will hurt you more than you merit. Unfamiliar, the cells in your body Respond to all that your psyche says. Pessimism cuts down your safe framework. I swear nothing has led to additional issues for me in my life than my powerlessness to say no or turn individuals down. Delicate and compassionate nature cost you apart. Having the option to, in a split second, answer with mockery promptly after an inept question is an indication of a solid mind. Quietness and grin are two useful assets. Grin is the method for tackling numerous issues. Furthermore, quietness is the method for keeping away from issues. Your psyche spends around 70% of its time replaying recollections and making situations of amazing minutes. Brain science expresses experiencing passionate feelings for is simple. Remaining in adoration is a test. Letting go is hard, and continuing on is the hardest. The best retribution for individuals who hurt you is to show that they're no more the purpose for your grin and tears. Concentrate by Harvard College proposes quickly drawn off-track individuals are more imaginative.